to preach good tidings to the meek. Go ahead.
See not. We don't see ourselves coming from our poverty into
and keep the commandments, right? And have the faith of Christ, right? But you can't eat that, brother. Jack is like a bottom feeder, man.
I sit alone in the zone, so gone. Just think about the scriptures, knowing I was living wrong. Praying that the Lord forgive me. In this walk, I'm going strong. As far as age, yeah, I'm grown, but spiritually a newborn. Not trying to be lukewarm, so weekly we bring it out. Yeah, them trumpets gon' get blown. True colors gon' get shown. If you ain't keeping the Lord and the Father, you never known. I promise I'm going home, just hope it's the first flight. Nightmares are the 2/3, them visions that give you frights. But either way that it go, His will gon' get us right. I'm talking like Lazarus, how the dead can come back to life. And I know it ain't gon' be easy like learning riding a bike. It's more like a marathon and you climbing like on a hike.
It's alright, shake it off, shake it off. It's alright. Let me get Ezra chapter 4, verse 3.
Very impressive.
4 verse 3. What? Like, something's wrong with me.
Very austere.
Something's wrong with me, brother.
Yeah. Right.
Cause like this is the second one.
Yeah. It's not you though.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 3. But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God. But we ourselves together will build unto the Lord.
Right, read that again from the top.
But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel.
Oh, now you got it. All right, now you got it.
That's crazy.
Hey, all right, you struck the block. You got it.
The Lord got him.
All right. And the Lord put in His spirit. The Lord put in His spirit, man. Yeah, he know that, man. Hey, that's a mighty brother, man. It was delayed, man, but hey, all praises. Hey, that's fire. Go ahead, finish that.
But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us. Ye have nothing to do with us.
Say, ye have nothing to do with us. Right when we're trying to build up, and we're trying to build the temple of the Most High, you got scoffers that's just coming up, and they're trying to hinder the building.
Last day.
They did that. In the book of Ezra, they was scoffing and trying to hinder us from working. Yeah, Nehemiah. Right? You think we just gonna sit there and be like, you know what, yeah, we got you. Let's come in. No! It said, you have nothing to do with us and building with our God. Bring this out.
Ye have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our God. But we ourselves together. But we ourselves together.
What are we doing?
But we ourselves together.
But we ourselves together. We're going to build up the temple of the Most High God, Lord willing. We're going to be the ones that set this walking stone. Right?
Will build unto the Lord God of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, have commanded us.
Right now, all praise to the Most High. How y'all sisters doing? Y'all sisters right there. See that?
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, and verse 3.
Start at verse 1.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith. Some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits.
Said what?
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
What's that right there?
Giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. What? And doctrines of devils.
That's what she trying to spit over there. Some damn doctrines of devils.
What's really going on?
Right, they're trying to create a legion. Right, go ahead.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
What?
Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
I bet everything she was over there spitting and rapping about was lies and hypocrisy.
Right. Right.
Because I heard a slight thing about, what you say?
You guys don't have
y'all not doing this and the third. Yeah, it's off.
Right.
She's just out of order.
Right.
Then she called the brother a gamma male.
Evil.
What are you talking about? A gamma. Now we're looking at ultraviolet beams and all that. What are we talking about? Really going on? What the heck is we talking about? It's like, yeah, she gonna point to somebody else, but yeah, you're a delta, you're a gamma, you're beta, you might be alpha, I don't know. what are we talking about? It's zero. Oh wait, so keep going.
Which high level, which?
Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
And her conscience is seared with a hot iron. And that's literally what we was talking about in Isaiah 30. Because she came over here, she wanted us to speak a certain thing. She wanted us to allow the sisters to come up here and start shaking their hands.
She wanted to speak smooth things.
Yeah, she wanted us to speak smooth things. But what I'm saying is she wanted the sisters up here, them shaking their hands, saying, hey, you're not gonna make, hey, you're gonna be destroyed. Hey, rebuke this brother. She wanted the sisters to come out here and start going crazy. Yeah, that's off.
Yeah.
That's off.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, all praises that spirit going.
Yeah, I'm all praise.
That was crazy.
All praise. Legion.
Yeah, man. Nah, I ain't want that coming over here.
Nah.
I ain't want that coming over here.
They are.
Keep that.
Legion.
Get the hits. Get the hits.
Hey, so watch.
Oh, you did it. Oh, see?
See that?
Hey, see? Hey, man.
Legion.
See, that's you. Let me get first, Second Chronicles, chapter 16 and verse 19. All right, hold that. Well, you grab that, so I can. Let me get
Can't just. Hey man, no.
No, 36. So like 36 and 19. Or no, first. See, I'm over. You can get this.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 3 and verse 2. He have led me and brought me into darkness, but not into light. Surely against me in turn, he turned up his hand and against me all the day.
Actually, start at verse 1.
Verse 1, I am the man that have seen affliction.
What?
I am the man that have seen affliction by the rod of his wrath.
Right?
He have led me and brought me into darkness, but not into light.
And that's where a lot of our people are walking. A lot of our people are walking into darkness and not into light. But prior to that, we was actually at a fire stance. We was actually looked at as righteousness and beauty. Right? Actually, go to Lamentations just to prove that. Go to Lamentations chapter 2 and start at verse Salah. Verse 1. Let me get verse 1.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 1. How have the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remember not his footstool in the day of his anger.
Right? So he said, he had literally had to throw down the daughter of Zion. Right? Really talking about all Israel, really had to throw us down because of our wickedness. Right? Keep going.
The Lord hath swallowed up the habitations of Jacob, and have not pitied. He hath thrown down in his wrath the strongholds of the daughters of Judah.
Right? And that's what happened. Right? That's literally Jeremiah crying because of the destruction of our people. Right? Because our people have been destroyed. We cry for that sister. Because she's destroyed now. Right? Her conscience is seared with a hot iron. She wasn't even trying to listen. She just wanted to dang roar like a lion. She wanted to be a lion in the household. It's crazy.
He hath brought them down to the ground. He hath polluted the kingdom and princes thereof. He hath cut off his fiery anger. All the horns of Israel, he hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy. And he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire.
And that's the most High. He had to actually put that spirit on us. He actually had to thrust us down and things of that nature because of spirits like that. He had to thrust us down because of our rebellion. He had to thrust us down because of our wickedness. We just wanted to stay wicked. Go ahead.
Which devoured round about. He hath bent his bow like an enemy. He has bent his bow like an enemy.
And now he looked at us in the sense of like an enemy. Right? Go ahead, read this out.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36 and verse 19. And they burnt the house of God.
Verse 16.
Verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words. And despised his words.
So they be despising the words of the Lord.
Right.
It's not us. It's not our words. We're not speaking, thus saith Yahar, or thus saith Josiah, or thus saith John. We're not doing that. Right? We're speaking, thus saith the Most High God. Read that again from the top.
But they mocked the messengers of God. and despised his words, and misused his prophets, and misused his prophets.
They be trying to misuse the prophets. She tried to have us go against the scriptures. Trying to be like, look, I know y'all are mighty men, but y'all need to move like this. Y'all need to do this. I heard her, man. She wanted the sister to get a mic in her hand. Yeah. I have a sister tearing down strongholds on Peachtree. That's crazy, man. Sister rebuking Mihans. And then rebuking Hooters, man. That's what he wanted. What's good, my dude?
Yeah.
What's good? Oh, sure. We'll put you on real quick, you man. You from the A? Oh, from Mississippi? What part? You said where? Oh, nah, I got people in Hattiesburg and all that. Yeah, you know what that's at?
Yeah, I know
Hattiesburg, word. So I'll show you what we talking about. Like, what's your ethnicity? What's your race? You said black, African American, and all that. Feel me? I'm gonna show y'all why I asked that. I know that's like a weird question for somebody to just answer off the rip. But when you look right here, right? Cause when we up here, we actually talking about the Bible, believe it or not. Feel me? What we were showing is how, in times past, how people was moving when it came to people that was trying to show them something. I'm gonna bring that out again. Bring this up. I'm gonna show you.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36 and verse 16.
Bring it up.
But they mocked the messengers of God.
So you had certain people that was mocking the messengers of God. Facts. Right, go ahead.
And despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose.
Because at the end of the day, it ain't really got nothing to do with us. You feel me? When people mock, or they try to misuse, or try to, you know what I'm saying, do something wild, the Most High God always caught back up with them and destroyed them for doing so. We out here to show our people that the so-called blacks, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans are God's chosen people according to the Bible. Like his chosen people. You feel me? You heard that before?
Hey, I peep what you, I'm peeping what you trying to get at with it though.
Word.
I be watching shit like that.
A word?
Yeah, hey.
Oh, now you front and center now. You know what I'm saying? You got all these brothers out here for y'all. Real talk. Y'all stay in Georgia right now? Or y'all just visiting? Oh, word. Well, I'm gonna show you about 3 things real quick. That's it. Let me get 10 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, and verse 15.
Bring it out.
Only the Lord had delighted in the fathers who loved them, and he chose their seed after them.
He did what?
And he chose their seed after them.
Because it ain't us talking about it. God said he chose their seed after them. Right? So God chose a seed line. Go ahead.
Even you above all people.
Above what?
Even you above all people.
Does that sound like equality?
Lock
That sound like everybody equal? He said, even you above all people, as it what?
As it is this day.
Nobody ever, out of all these churches, they ain't never read that script before. You know what I'm saying? How y'all read that joint before, but like, it's right there. That's kind of crazy. Right, bring this up. I'm gonna show y'all something. 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the same people that he was talking about that was above everybody, if they didn't listen to God, go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
Curses are good or a bad thing?
You can use them in both ways. You can use them both ways. In my eyes, you can use them in both ways.
Like a curse?
I feel like it's bad.
Nah. You can use them in both ways.
I think I understand in a sense of what you're trying to go at, but like I'll say in this case, we'll see which side this is on. All right, go ahead.
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Real quick, hold that.
This is the definition of curse. A prayer that evil or harm befall one.
Right, so that's the context of this curse, of this one. Right? Nah, that's what I'm saying. I felt where you was going. Now, read verse 16. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all a question, right? Because in Mississippi, Georgia, up north, right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So he said those same group of people in the future, this is a future prophecy. It says you will be cursed in the cities. What people is cursed in every city you look at? What people living crazy in every city? Right. And right in the same hood, you probably got your poppies over there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? He said they're gonna be cursed in the cities. Any city you go to. You never see white people walking down the block saying white lives matter. Or East Indians and all that.
That's why they call it the project.
Exactly. That's why they call it the project. Exactly. Now keep going. Watch this.
It's a project. It's a project for the help black people kill each other.
Exactly. And I'm gonna show you how they set up the project too. Cause that's in the Bible how they set it up. I'm gonna show you how they set it up. This the okay, no, my bad. You keep going.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Now what people was cursing the fields? Fact. But why they said in the Bible that his chosen people are gonna go through that for their disobedience, right? Why that shit adding up like that? Now he said about that project.
Right? I believe in that higher
Verse
power.
54. Hey, all praises. So we're gonna show you the higher power. You feel me? The one that you're resonating with, but you probably didn't tie a name to him. You understand? It's probably a name that you're entitled to, but you understand who he is. Facts? Go ahead. I got you. 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
What they doing in the project? His eyes is gonna be evil towards his brother. You don't see that happen in the burbs? In them suburbs, boy, they not swinging or blocking those gated community. Like that's crazy as hell. You'll never see that. You feel me? They don't go in over, they waiting in there. They don't even have corner stores over there. They got Whole Food markets and all that. They don't sit there waiting outside the Whole Food markets like, all right, wait till you come out. It's over for them. And they going on live waiting to catch a faggot. No, they don't do that. Right? Keep going. It's more.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
It said, and toward the wife of his bosom. Who's known for mistreating their women? Nah, mistreating, like calling them out their names, right? Beating on them and all that. You feel me? Now, I won't even say it's necessarily our fault. We was raised a certain way too, you know what I'm saying? The influence that we see, that's all we know how to address it. Whether it's through our father, our uncles, rap videos and all that, you know what I'm saying? He not gonna look at one of their women and be like, hell yeah, this thought I got right here. No, they not gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that, bro. They don't do that shit. And then also we call our female baby mothers and shit like that. They don't use that term, baby mothers. They're like, this is the mother of my child. You see the difference between the two? This is the last one I'm gonna show y'all. What?
And toward the remnant of his children.
How you think they're gonna move with the children? He said towards the remnant of his children. What do you think he's gonna do with the children? Let me get Psalms 83. You good if you don't know, it's smooth.
Say this one more time.
He said,
And toward the remnant of his children.
so you're gonna have an evil eye towards the remnant of his children. So to the seed, what do you think he's gonna do with them? Let's go.
Which he shall leave.
What?
Which he shall leave.
They gonna leave his kid.
Gonna leave his kids. Who that sound like?
Black folks.
Feel me? That's crazy as hell. You don't read that about Tommy or Billy or Chun-Li. You don't hear that. You don't hear none of that. Real Red or Austin.
So you believe in the pioneers, man, and all that?
Nah, not necessarily. Because that goes into other practices of knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? And I say this all the time. Let me get Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Not all knowledge is good knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So we do tap into, in the aspects of spirits. Like we believe in spirits and stuff like that. We believe in the Most High God. We believe in spirits on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Because the scriptures talk about it. But when it goes into like deeper things like you said, like the pineal gland and things of that nature, in the scriptures, it talks about certain things in the aspect of setting a mark up on their foreheads, but that's really just to ordain someone for either righteousness or wickedness. You know what I'm saying? But bring this out real quick.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 12. Right? And further, by these, my son, and an admonition of making.
It says admonish, right? So be aware, right?
Of making many books, there is no end. And must study his wariness of the flesh.
So sometimes too much study will overwhelm your flesh, overwhelm your brain and all that. You know what I'm saying? So the aspect of tapping into like the Most High God when it comes to the spirits and stuff like that is solid as long as it connects with what he's actually telling you. You feel what I'm saying? Certain things, like I said, because not all knowledge is good knowledge. You have knowledge that's like profitable, that's like, all right, bet, like that's solid, and you have some knowledge that's just like, that's BS. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say on the aspect of that. But that's really just, you know what I'm saying? That's your walk, you feel me, your path. We just showing you in the aspect of this is actually our culture as a people. Our people didn't know that our history was actually in here versus everybody else shit. You know what I'm saying?
I never heard that in the Bible.
That's a fact.
I never heard somebody say that in church.
I'm gonna give y'all one more, and that's it. In Deuteronomy 28 and 68. I'm gonna show y'all. Now, this shit gonna be crazy. All right, bet. This is my last one. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And I'm gonna run through it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. Right? The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Israelites, they were slaves in Egypt, right? That's why Moses was like, let my people go. So he said, I'm gonna bring you back into Egypt again. So when they hear Egypt, they like, I know what that's talking about. Like, if I say, yo, I'm about to go to the crib, and I'm talking about a baby, you know what I'm saying, a baby carriage.
Talking about the house.
I'm talking about the house. If I say I'm from the trenches, am I from a dirt patch in the ground? But a trench is an actual dirt patch in the ground, but it's slain. So he's talking about bring you into Egypt again. They know what that's talking about. But how?
With ships.
What?
With ships.
They said they're gonna go into Egypt or slavery with ships. What did that happen to them? You feel me? That's crazy. They never showed us that our history is actually here. This is actually our culture, our book. When you read Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all of that. When you read all them names, you look at about the first verse in every first chapter, they're all Israelites. All of them are Israelites. These are people talking about their history and their people. They never had nothing to do with nobody else. You feel me? So y'all got the flyers. That's talking about slavery and slave ships in the Bible that we never knew about. Right? Y'all tap in. Feel me? I know y'all gonna be back in Mississippi, but tap in. You feel what I'm saying? Right? All praise to the Most High. With that, I'm gonna give a strong call hello to Yahweh, Ba'ashima Mashak Yahushua, and Kwam Yasharal.